first alarm rang at 7:10. The second waited 7 more. My hand moved toward the other side before I knew what it was for. The sheet was cool beneath my palm. The pillow held no shape. I stared until the radiator clicked the whole room awake. My body reached before my mind and found the morning empty. I filled the kettle halfway full, then reached for one more cup. The cupboard door stood open wide. I shut it without looking up. The empty side of morning still knows the weight of you. My hand remembers where you were before my eyes can do. I burned the second piece of toast because I made it out of habit. I placed 2 spoons beside the plate and took one back into the cabinet. The hallway television spoke to strangers through the wall. I wore the shirt I slept inside and watched the daylight crawl. One breakfast cooled beside my head. One chair faced the window. I knew the hour you would wake, the way you cleared your throat. I heard the memory in the pipes, then buttoned up my coat. The empty side of morning still turns beneath my hand. The day begins without your voice before I understand. I nearly set the second plate before the cupboard closed. I stood there with the toast gone black and smoke beneath my nose, then opened up the window wide and let the cold air through. The room released the burnt out smell. The daylight entered too. Beside the glass and eat until it's done. The second alarm rings. I let it ring once and stop it. began to chime, I let it ring one extra time. The window wore a colorless blue. I crossed the floor and reached for two. I ground the darker beans you chose. Steam climbed slowly as daylight rose. I turned one handle toward your chair, then saw the morning standing there. My hands had finished what they knew before my mind stopped reaching to. The second cup grew cold and still beside the sugar on the sill. I watched the steam release the air, then faced the fact you were not there. I made the coffee for two and watched your cup turn cold and blue. I held the other to my chest and let the morning do the rest. Your cup still held the winter crack from moving boxes in the back. I touched the line beneath the glaze and saw our kitchen in those days. I almost left it there till night, as though the door might change the light. Instead I carried it with care and faced the sink while you weren't there. A habit can resemble hope until you choose what it may hold. I watched the coffee from the rim while daylight filled the kitchen in. I dried the handle with my sleeve and chose which shelf would let me breathe. I made the coffee for two because my hand still reached for you. One cup stayed warm between my hands, one disappeared beneath the tap. I did not throw the cup away to prove I'd crossed a final day. I kept the crack, the faded blue, without pretending it was you, then placed it on the highest shelf, a little farther from myself, where reaching would no longer start. Before I chose it with my heart. 12:40, you leave your desk and cross the street for something warm. At 1:15, you call your mother if the office day is calm. At 6:10, you miss the first train. At 6:18, you make the next. You stand beside the closing doors and read the same unfinished text. I know the spaces in your day, though none of them are mine. The clock moves through the hours. I learn by lying near. Your whole day still arrives in mine, though you are nowhere here. I still know your hours, the train you always take, the minute when you leave your desk, the coffee before 8. At 7:30, you unlock the door we used to share. You leave your shoes beneath the shelf and loosen up your hair. At 9, you turn the kitchen light. At 10, the hallway shuts. At 11:15, you walk and check each window twice. The knowledge comes without a sound and leaves me where I stand. I never asked to memorize the shape of every day. The hours entered through the years and have not learned to fade. I still know your hours, the lamp you leave till late. But knowing where your evening goes cannot tell me where to wait. At 6:18, a train went past, the same 8 minutes late. I saw the night you missed the train return across the glass. For half a breath I searched the cars for one familiar coat. Then all the faces crossed the frame, and none of them were I still know your hours, the morning and the night. The clock can carry every fact, but cannot make it right. I still know your hours, the trains that make you late. At 6:18, I close the blind and leave you with the date. Your hours still arrive, mine keep moving on. The clock reaches 7. I do not count the minutes after. I knew your trade, I knew your time. The 608 on Mondays and caught the next one down the line. You stood beneath the broken timetable with one earphone and coffee in your hand. I knew the carriage near the staircase, the door that opened by the sign. I knew the stop where you would leave it, and the minute you arrived. No, it had become a road my feet could follow without asking. I bought a ticket from the machine and held it underneath my thumb. The platform board changed twice above me, then showed the train that took you home. That was the train I almost took, the line that led me back to you. The door stood open like a book. I watched them close and stayed in view. A woman lifted up a suitcase, a schoolboy ran across the floor. The warning sounded through the station. The driver checked the final door. I saw my face inside the window, mixed with every passing light. For one brief second I could picture waiting near your stop that night. I had no words prepared to offer, only the route I still remembered. The train began to leave the platform. My ticket softened in my hand. I watched the final carriage vanish toward a life I could not enter. That was the train I almost took, because the timetable still knew exactly where your evening ended and where my own life waited too. I did not suddenly feel brave. I did not turn away and wave. I stayed beneath the station light and watched the last red carriage slide. The ticket did not choose for me. The platform did not set me free. I tore the paper through the date and dropped it by the exit gate. exit. The box arrived at 4:30. Your writing crossed the label straight. The tape was folded at the edge, the way you always packed a case. My charger rested by the books, the gloves I lost the year before, the little screwdriver I kept behind the kitchen door. You packed each piece too carefully, as though care changed the ending. The cardboard smelled like dust and rain, the hallway soap and wood. I cut the final strip of tape as slowly as I could. The box you sent held pieces of my past, each one returned without a word and taped away at last. Beneath the coat I found your shirt, the faded blue one from the drive. You must have packed it in the dark or left it there for me to find. I held it once against my face, then hated that I knew the scent. I placed it on the chair till dawn and did not call by accident. The wrong shirt lay outside the box until the blinds turned gray. I could have kept one piece of you and called the air a fate. Instead I found another box and wrote your name across the lid. The box you sent returned what still was mine. I folded up the shirt you wore and sealed it with new twine. Your note said, found these by the bed, 5 words across the page. I read them once, then once again, and felt a sudden rage. How could the end look clean as this, with every corner square? I crushed the paper in my hand, then slowly smoothed it there. Place the shirt beside your note, then take the note again. At 9 I opened the box, put the note inside and seal it. The red circle waited all week long. Around the 22nd day, a table booked at 7:30, a note that only said your name. The restaurant sent one reminder at noon beneath a line of blue. Your reservation waits tonight for one, for two, for me and you. Did not cancel yet. The hours moved across the square. The ink refused to fade. A future written months ago had reached the present day. The date stayed on my calendar long after we were gone. A red line around an empty night, but still kept you moving on. At 7 I put on the dress. I wore the year we missed the train. I stood beneath the hallway light, then took the earrings off again. At 7:30 candles burn for strangers at the table. I heated soup inside the room and watched the clock turn 8. The dress lay folded on the chair. The day kept moving through. At 9 I crossed the red line once, but stopped before the end. The mark looked smaller under ink than everything it meant. The date stayed on my calendar until the night turned gray. I crossed the circle through the middle, but could not cross the day. At 11:59 I watched the final minute climb. The date we thought would always be had nearly passed me by. The clock moved once beyond the line. The square became the past. I closed the calendar at 12 and breathed when midnight passed. The date stayed on my calendar until the day was done. The ink remained, the hour moved, the 23rd had begun. The date stayed on my calendar, one circle crossed and dry. The night did not return to us, and neither one did I. The date passed through, and so did I. I closed the calendar called you at 2:17, and you still answered me. The fever climbed beyond the sheet. The room kept turning toward the wall. I found your number without looking and pressed the green before the thought. You answered on the second ring. Your voice was rough with interrupted sleep. You said my name, I closed my eyes and heard my breathing settle deep. You asked me if I needed you. I whispered yes tonight. The word was out before I knew the door I had reopened. You said I'm coming, stay awake. I heard the latch inside me at 2:17. I let your voice come through. The fever blurred the room around, and every road led you. You reached the room at 3:04 with medicine and bottled water. You took the chair beside the bed and folded up your coat. I woke once with your hand nearby, not touching, only there. For several hours the room became the life we used to share. At dawn your head was on the chair. My hand was near your sleeve. You opened up your eyes at 6 and asked if you should stay. I wanted one more hour of us and heard myself say, wait. At 2:17, I brought you through the door. By morning, every careful step was scattered on the floor. You made the tea, I took the pills. You opened up the blind. For one whole morning we behaved as though we still had time. Then you reached to rinse the cup and placed it by the sink. I saw how easily one weeknight could teach us not to think. At 2:17, I called you back to me. At 7:12, I watched you leave and kept our old flat key. At 2:17, I answered fear with you. By morning, I could see the cost of making old doors new. I called you once. I won't make fear my home. The medicine stays. Your chair is warm. against the wall. You came a little after 3, with tablets, water, chamomile tea. Rain darkened both your coat and hair. You moved as though you still lived there. You found the glass beside the stove, the blanket in the upper drawer. You placed the towel across my head, then took the chair beside the bed. Your hands remembered where things stayed. My body knew the care they gave. The night grew dangerously kind. Your shadow crossed the window blind. I knew that care could look like home when fever made the room unknown. You stayed until morning light. You watched the fever lose its fight. You held the glass beside my bed and kept the quiet where it led. At 5, the fever started breaking. The pipes began their early shaking. You slept upright inside the chair, one hand still open in the air. I watched the kitchen light and blue, and nearly reached across to you. Care can feel exactly like returning when the room is dark enough. The night became dangerously gentle, without rewriting what we knew. When you stood up, I heard, "Please wait." The word came first, the pride came late. You stayed until the kettle cried, then left before we changed our minds. You stayed until morning light, but morning did not make us right. You knew the medicine, the door. You did not own my life once more. I wanted one familiar phrase to pull us backward through the days. But love had changed its shape between us. I let the kindness remain kindness. I thank the man who came that night, who kept the water by the light. You lifted up your coat to go. I let the care remain its soul. You stayed until morning came, and never used the care as claim. I thank the man beside my bed and let him leave with what was said. just another hour alone. The rain began at 10:30 and struck the window hard. The power flickered twice above the shadow of the yard. I typed, "You always hated storms," then watched the sentence wait. Before I chose to send the words, your message reached me first. Do you still count between the flash and thunder in the dark? I laughed before I meant to laugh, then wrote I always do. The storm moved closer through the glass, the old night opened too. We both wrote in the rain, the same thought at the same time. Two separate rooms beneath the storm, one message on the line. You sent a photograph of light across the kitchen floor. I knew the window, knew the chair, and every mark beside the door. I sent the rain against my glass. You wrote, "I wish you were here." I stared until the sentence blurred, then answered, "So do I." The words stayed bright between our rooms, long after thunder passed. At 2 you asked if we should meet. At 3 I wrote I might. The rain ran softer down the pane and weakened what felt right. We both wrote in the rain until the storm grew mild. You wrote we could begin again. I stared at it a while. At 4 the clouds moved past the roof, the street became a mirror. I read the whole exchange again, and every line drew nearer. I pressed my thumb against I might and changed it into no. The storm had made the distance small. The dawn restored the road. We both wrote in the rain and let the old words rise. The storm made one night feel like home, then daylight cleared our eyes. We both wrote in the rain until the clock struck 5. I closed the thread, the clouds moved east, and watched the street revive. The storm said maybe, the clear sky said The morning pressed against the blinds. The storm had left the street behind. Your final message filled the screen. Above the hour, I fell asleep. You wrote each room had grown too wide. I wrote that mine had lost its size. You said you reached for hallway light. I said I woke at your old time. Every sentence had been honest. None had told us what came next. The rain had made the distance small. The morning built it back in full. I read the tenderness we sent and saw the wound beneath each sentence. The morning after the messages, the windows dried, the buses rolled. Every line was honest then, and none could make us whole again. I typed, "Did you sleep at all?" Then watched the cursor blink and stall. Your typing signal came, then fled, returned, then disappeared again. You sent the sunrise from our room, gold spilling over every roof. The sky looked open, clean and wide, above the life we could not share. The sky could still look beautiful above a life that could not hold us. I placed the telephone face down and heard the dry streets start to sound. The storm had let us speak once more. The day still asked what came before. The morning after the messages, no thunder spoke above our names. You missed me and I missed you too, but missing never changed the frame. We had not lied beneath the rain. We had not promised to begin again. We only opened every door, the storm that kept us from before. Now daylight stood inside the room and asked for coffee, coat and shoes. The unpaid bill beside the sink. The ordinary life, no message fixed. The morning after the messages, I kept the words and closed the screen. The love was true, closed the cafe by the tracks. I reached the table first. The final key lay in my coat, wrapped tight inside my purse. You came 11 minutes late, with rain along your sleeve. You blamed the train beneath your breath. I said, you always say that to me. The sentence landed harder than the one I meant to speak. You set your hands beside the cup and looked across at me. I placed the paper on the wood, but did not slide the key. The last key on the table still open one old door. You looked at it, I looked at you, and heard the lock once more. You said you wanted all of this. I said, that doesn't make it free. You said I left you with the rooms. I said you left before me. The people near us lowered eyes. A spoon fell by the bar. For one hard minute all the grace we practiced came apart. You closed your hand around the paper, then opened it again. You said I didn't mean it that way. I said, but that is what you said. The train moved underneath the floor. The key remained between us. The last key on the table had nothing left to prove. The door it knew was still the same. The people had to move. You pushed the key across the grain. It spun beneath the light. It struck against the sugar bowl, then settled on its side. You asked me if I kept a copy. I looked you in the eye, then shook my head and watched your hand close over our last night. Your coat. I asked for nothing more. Keep the key. I'm choosing what comes after. Keep the key. The train passes underneath. The empty paper square lifts once, then falls. We should have cafe then. The key was gone, the bill was paid. Instead we walked beneath the bridge and talked until the light had changed. You told me work had eased at last. Your mother's health was growing strong. I told you I had found a room and learned to sleep before the dawn. The talk grew easy after midnight. The danger felt like home. You smiled the way you used to smile before we learned to hide. I felt the years between us fold when you walked by my side. We could have started again. The night had made it easy. Your shoulder brushed against my coat, and every warning left me. We found the diner near the park. The chairs were upside down. The woman cleaning let us stay until she turned the sign around. You reached to move my hair aside, then stopped before my skin. I closed the final inch myself and let your fingers in. For one full minute I believed the past could change its shape. You said, "Come home and sleep tonight." I heard the oldest door. I nearly answered with the life we could not carry anymore. We could have started again. Your hand was warm on mine. The streets were empty, dawn was near, and love had borrowed time. You kissed me once beneath the awning. The rain had almost dried. I held your coat with both my hands and did not step aside. Then through the warmth your sentence came. You wanted all of this. I heard the blame beneath the words, return inside the kiss. A delivery truck turned the corner. The ordinary street awoke. The morning did not make me leave. It showed me what you spoke. I touched your face, you closed your eyes. I let the moment stay, then lowered both my hands at last and faced the coming day. We could have started again and made the old room new. We could have called one night aside and let it pull us through. We could have started again. The love was standing near. I kissed you once, I held you close, then left the morning clear. We could have started again, but I could not return that room. The diner sign turns from closed to open. We walk in opposite directions. For 1 second, the years disappeared. The diner stacked its chairs away, except the table where we stayed. The waitress filled 2 chipped white cups and let the neon cover us. You told the story of the jukebox. I knew the ending word for word. For half an hour we wore the voices of the people we once were. Familiarity entered softly and sat between our hands. Outside the rain had thinned to mist. You touched my sleeve, I didn't resist. The street lay empty after 2, and every old reflex led to you. That was the kiss that changed nothing. It brought the whole old room alive. Your mouth remembered how to find me. The hurt remembered how to hide. Your hand stayed warm against my face. I closed the final inch of space, then heard the words we used that night, the ones that taught us how to fight. You whispered we could try tomorrow. I asked which truth we would outgrow. You looked toward the passing cars, and silence answered from the dark. Question hurt too much, but shelter isn't always home, and skin can only answer touch. That was the kiss that changed nothing. No promise entered with the heat. The same old question stood between us, the same 2 roads beneath our feet. Let your fingers leave my face. The diner sign went dark behind us. I chose the distance in its place. Changed nothing, and still the whole street required the truth. The kiss was real, so was the reason I left. The diner sign went dark. I stepped back first. You said my name. I turned toward the light. The diner lights came on behind. The street was pale with rain. You stood beneath the awning where we almost tried again. Your mouth still held the kiss we gave. My hand still knew your coat. You said my name across the curb. I felt it reach my throat. Before the crossing line, but did not turn around. The signal changed, the cars moved through. The morning opened wide. You said my name a second time. I stepped beyond the line. I turned away first, with love still in my chest. I crossed before the light went red and chose the road ahead. The shop fronts raised their metal doors. A cyclist crossed between. The city carried bread and boxes through the waking street. I heard your footsteps start behind and stop beside the curb. You gave me what I asked that night and stayed without a word. The distance grew one block at a time. The ache stayed where it was. I wanted you to follow once. I wanted you to know that wanting was not reason enough to turn and let it grow. I turned away first. The street became my own. Your silence held behind my steps and let me walk alone. At the next corner I looked back. The awning stood in rain. You were already walking west without calling my name. The sight hurt more than being followed and less than being caught. I held the rail beside the stairs and let myself feel both. I turned away first and faced the eastern light. The love remained behind my ribs. The crossing stayed inside. I turned away first The mattress waited on the floor. 3 boxes leaned beside the door. A borrowed lamp from Mrs. Carter made one gold circle in the corner. The radiator struck the wall. The lift complained beyond the hall. I turned the key and heard the lock enter the room with one clean knock. No footsteps followed up the stair. No second breathing touched the air. The silence did not take your shape. It waited where I chose to stay. The boxes stood, the lamp burned low. The room asked only where things go. The first night I locked my own door. The key lay shining by the bed. I heard the pipes at 2 o'clock and kept both hands above my head. I hung my coat behind the frame and wrote my name beside the bell. I ate cold bread above the sink and watched the city windows blink. I turned the chair toward morning light, then moved it left and called it right. Nothing matched, but nothing needed someone else to first approve it. Freedom did not sound like music. It sounded like the pipes at 2. I almost called to say I made it, then let the telephone stay still. The room did not grow any fuller, but every silence became mine. The first night I locked my own door. I kept the only key. The walls had never heard our voices. They asked for only me. I watched the shadow near the frame. I listened when the lift doors came. And somewhere near the edge of dawn, I turned across the mattress lawn and slept diagonally for the first time, with both hands open by my head. The room had not become a home yet, but I had stayed inside the I opened the first box. The key stayed where I left it, beside my hand. chose the room above the shop because the window faced the east. The walls were marked, the floorboards leaned, the rent was barely in my reach. I bought the yellow curtains first, a second-hand oak desk. I moved the chair 3 times before. The window made it feel its best. No voice asked why I changed the room. I changed it once again. The hammer slipped and struck my thumb. The shelf leaned to the right. I laughed alone against the wall and worked until the night. The room I chose has yellow morning walls. The chair is mine, the window's wide, the sunlight reaches all. I placed the desk beside the glass, the bed against the farther side. I hung the print you never liked, then changed its height 5 times. The first night rain began at 2 and tapped along the pane. I left the phone beside the bed and moved the lamp again. The light fell warmer by the bed, the telephone stayed dark. The room was quiet without fear, the walls did not accuse. For once the silence did not mean someone had withdrawn from view. The room I chose holds every crooked frame. The lamp now glows beside the bed, the lease carries my name. At dawn I opened both the curtains, the street rose into sound. A van rolled past, the shutters lifted, the shop gate rattled down. I made the bed the way I liked, then left one corner loose. The room did not become a home, it waited for my use. The room I chose has marks upon the floor. The shelf still leans, the curtains glow, the morning fills the door. The room I chose keeps changing as I change. The chair now faces eastern light, the silence feels less strange. This room answers only to me. The shelf leans slightly, I leave it that way. heart did. The guitar case stood by the wardrobe, undercoats I never wore. Dust had settled on the handle, like a season on the floor. I carried it into the daylight, set it flat beside the chair. The silver latch resisted once, then opened to the air. A yellow pick lay in the lining, a lesson date beneath the string. I tuned the low E down, then higher. My fingers shook above the wire. I pressed the chord I used to miss and let the room receive it. I opened the guitar case, the old wood answered in my room. The first chord shook beneath my fingers, the second chord came through. I played the scale my teacher wrote, too slowly with one sharp note. The neighbors moved across the floor. I played the line once more, once more. My fingertips began to sting, the way they had when I began. The song did not ask where I had been, it only asked me to continue. The unfinished melody waited exactly where I left the sound. I had postponed the class for dinners, then moved each later date. The plans did not become more grand because I chose them late. I opened the guitar case, the room grew wider with the sound. The life I thought I had abandoned was waiting on the ground. I blamed you for the silent years, then heard my own decisions clear. The case had never locked itself, the strings still waited on the shelf. Blame could not tune a single string, or play the years I did not bring. I placed my hand against the neck and gave the next note what was I opened the guitar case. I opened the guitar case. I opened the guitar case and played until the daylight thinned. The final chord rang through the room, long after both hands left the strings. The song was waiting, I came back to myself. I wrote next Thursday on the calendar, then tuned the high once again. took the train with my old guitar in its case. The teacher wrote my name again and left the empty chair in place. My fingers missed the opening chord, the second landed thin. I laughed before apologizing and played the phrase again. The wrong chord filled the little room. I did not apologize. I thought of every Thursday night I said I could not make. The train was late, the work was long, the easiest plans to break. The things I put off were waiting in their place. A rusted string, an empty chair, a friend who knew my face. On Friday I sent in the form I saved for half a year. On Saturday I called the friend whose messages disappeared. She answered with, "You took your time," then asked me where I'd been. I said, "I'm learning to arrive before the daylight thins." She did not ask me to explain. She gave me Sunday noon. The plans did not become more grand because I chose them late. They simply waited in the place where I had made them wait. The things I put off returned in smaller ways. One train, one form, one answer call, and one reclaimed Thursday. I played the broken phrase again, then found the second clean. The teacher tapped the count with two and waited patiently. I heard my fingers make the sound I once could barely start. No lightning crossed the ceiling then, just timing in my hands. The things I put off had waited through the years in unsigned forms and quiet strings, and names I fear to hear. The things I put off have started moving on. I take the train on Thursday night and play until the dawn. The whole song rings. I don't say sorry. The final chord is not perfect. I leave it in the room until it fades. Beneath the cause I let go dark. Her birthday dinner, Sunday walking, the message ending with a heart. I pressed the call before I changed it and counted every ringing tone. On number 3 she said my name, as if the years had brought me home. She did not ask where I had vanished. She asked me if I was safe. I tried to build a full confession. She heard the shaking in my breath. The soup is warm, come over now, she said, and let the silence rest. She was the friend who answered anyway, before I found the words to say. She left the porch light on for me and moved a chair beside the tea. Her kitchen smelled of garlic. 2 coats were hanging by the stair. She placed the blue bowl near my hands and moved the tissues to the chair. I started with the final evening, then crossed 3 years and half an hour. She listened without turning silence into proof that I had failed. She let the broken story wander until it found the truth. I said I should have called her sooner. She said, you call me now. No punishment entered the kitchen. No debt was written down. She was the friend who answered anyway, when I had turned so far away. She kept the soup from cooling there and kept one empty kitchen chair. She found a lesson card I carried, folded in my coat. She did not say I'd wasted years or tell me where to go. She said, keep what tells the truth, but don't let fear choose every road. Then wrap the soup in paper and walk me halfway home. Made me space. At my doorway I sent one message: home now, thank you. Tuesday night, no fever storm or anniversary. I opened up the folder once because the room felt ordinary. The grocery aisle, the rented car, the winter coats beside the steps. One photograph was out of focus. Your hand was reaching toward my neck. The image held a second more than either one remembered. My finger waited over delete. The word turned pale and red. I closed the folder, crossed the room, then opened it again. I kept the photographs and moved them from the wall. The dates stayed sharp, the colors dimmed, they could not tell it all. I found the picture from the snow. You said it fell before the train. I thought it started after lunch. The date said nothing either way. One showed the yellow kitchen chair before the fabric tore. One showed your mother by the window, laughing through the open door. The pictures kept their silent proof. The memories kept changing. At 10 I slipped one photograph inside my canvas bag. I put my coat on without thought and left the hallway black. I kept the photographs. One traveled by my knee. The bus crossed 3 familiar stops toward what I meant to leave. The driver called the station name. I knew the turn ahead. The pharmacy would come in for the building after that. At every light I could have stood and pulled the cord to leave. Instead I watched the old rock roll, more certain underneath. There was no fever in my blood, no thunder at the glass. Just one plain Tuesday carrying me back toward the life that passed. I kept the photographs, but one escaped the sleep. He rode beside me through the rain toward what I meant to leave. I kept the photographs and lost one careful night. The bus turned toward our former street beneath the yellow light. I kept one photograph and nearly went home. The bus turns at the next light. I do not pull the cord. The photograph stays in my bag. It was only Tuesday until I found the photograph. The photograph slipped from the notebook when I reached for bills to pay. Bright and wind across our jackets, your hand lifting from my face. I should have placed it with the others in the drawer beneath the bed. Instead I put it in my handbag and left before I named the step. The afternoon had asked for nothing. I gave it every road behind me. At the stop beside the bakery, the old route flashed above the lane. I climbed aboard before the question could arrange itself as pain. Tuesday, 1 block away from the life I'm meant to leave. One photograph had named the road my body still believed. Each turning entered without asking, like a song remembered wrong. The cinema, the park, the pharmacy appeared and carried on. I knew the corner shop was coming, the narrow lane, the painted sign. I opened up our old message thread and watched the cursor blink to light. Recovery had not erased the map, it only changed what I would do. I typed, "Are you home tonight?" The words stayed waiting in the light. My thumb came down, the message went. Yours answered, "Yes, are you near?" Tuesday, 1 block away, your answer burning on the screen. The bus kept moving through the rain toward everything we'd been. I had believed the hardest moment would announce itself with pain, but it wore an ordinary coat and traveled on a weekday. No promise waited at the corner, no voice that asked me to return. Only one picture and a bus route, and everything my body learned. The driver called the coming stop. My hand rose toward the rail. I stood before I understood which choice had brought me Tuesday, 1 block away. Tuesday, brought me here. The corner shop appeared, the bus doors opened. I know the way back, I'm still moving on. Bus turned early through the rain and placed me by the corner shop. I knew the windows, knew the light, the crossing where we used to stop. The building rose beyond the trees, the third floor window glowed. A bicycle leaned beside the gate, the hallway faced the road. My feet remembered every step before I chose the next. The entrance opened down the street, a stranger carried boxes through. For one brief second, where I once waited in the rain. The window held the morning sky, the pavement held no claim. I saw the mark beside the gate, where moving boxes scraped the paint. I thought of every room above and left them ordinary again. The street was only stone and glass, and everything we gave it. I could have crossed the avenue and touched the building door. I could have called to ask if you still kept the lamp at 4. I passed our street and let the doorway stay. The life we held behind those walls could keep its yesterday. A taxi stopped beside the curb. A woman stepped outside. She held a plant against her coat and looked up toward the light. The entrance opened wide for her, then closed beneath the rain. I watched another ordinary life begin behind the pain. The photograph was in my bag, I left it where it lay. The crossing changed, the traffic moved, I into my old life. The light changes, I cross before it changes again.